Hey YouTube, how you going? Today we're talking about the Nintendo Switch. It came out last week. Nintendo's next console was originally codenamed the NX. We finally know what that is. It's the Switch. Basically explaining it, think about the Wii U gamepad. That is the main console. And then there is a docking station where you can put that into and it will display on the TV. So you can play your games on the TV and take them away, which is a very big thing because Nintendo have always had their console and then their DS, 3DS, whatever, and it's been very separate. For the first time now, they're one unit. The technology looks pretty cool. So at home you'll have the docking station and then not sure what they're calling it. It's not a tablet, it is a console, but for all intents and purposes, the Nintendo tablet, whatever, the new gamepad. You put that down, and then on the sides of the tablet, you have Joy-Con right and Joy-Con left, and they can detach. And so when you're on the go, you can play, at home you have Joy-Con right and left together on like a little connecting pad, and that's how you play, or you can use the Pro Controller, which has already been shown in the trailer. And then if you want to go out or whatever, you grab Joy-Con right, Joy-Con left, slip them down, pull the tablet up, and off you go, and you can play it on the go. Also, what I like about the little controllers is that two people can play on one system with the little controllers. So if you only have one Joy-Con right and left, you can play someone else in Mario Kart just with those. So if your other friend, someone else has a tablet, you can play 4-player with just two systems and two Joy-Con controllers, which I think is really cool rather than having 4 separate controllers. But if you already have a Pro Controller, I guess that's not a problem, but it's good that you only need 2 systems to play multiplayer. I think that's a really big thing, especially if it's just a couple of your mates and all like you're in the back of a car like shown in the trailer and like, oh, let's play around in Mario Kart or Smash or whatever, and you can just pull it out. I think that's really handy. There are a lot of possibilities with this. We don't know that much about it. Nintendo said they're not bringing anything out again till next year. The release date is confirmed, well, confirmed window, we don't have a day, but they're still saying March. I have a feeling it will be pushed back to at least April or May. Being secretive for a reason. I can't see why that would be unless I hope it's because they want to get everything ready, which it looks like they are. The ad for the Nintendo Switch, you should see it, I'll be putting it throughout the video, is very, very good. It shows off the technology, it shows off some games. It's confirmed that they're using Tegra processor, which NVIDIA use in their gaming tablets and other things, so it should be pretty powerful. It's confirmed that the dock is just a dock, so all the power is in whatever this Nintendo tablet is. So it'll be interesting to see what it does display. It's meant to display at least 720, but we don't have anything confirmed, because I still do want it to look good at the home, because on the go I don't mind so much because it gives me the access to play on the go, like how it was showing Skyrim was one of the titles being shown on the go. But when I'm at home, I play it on the TV because I want that, whoa, that's why I play my PS4. Why I didn't really like PlayStation Vita in the end, because I was like, I can play this on PlayStation, it'll look better, and I'm just not getting much from this experience. Whereas the 3DS, it still looks pretty good, like Pokemon, it's like, whoa. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Some of the games shown off, we had a new Super Mario, which looks just beautiful on the TV. It's just very bright and colourful. It looks like a combination of Super Mario 3D World and Super Mario 64. There's a lot of free sort of camera, and it's very sort of open as well, so I'm interested to see what that turns into. The other games shown off was Mario Kart. It looked like Mario Kart 8, but it showed 2 items at once, much like Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube. And then also Boo was a playable character, which isn't in Mario Kart 8. So they were talking before that they would be porting Wii U titles to the next Nintendo NX, whatever this thing was, which is now the Switch. So I have a feeling it's probably just an up-res version with extra things, or it could straight up be Mario Kart 9. Kind of hope it is, because as a friend pointed out to me, there's been some time between the Wii and the Wii U version, there was quite a big gap, but there was a couple of years between the 3DS, which was 7, and then 8, so it would be time for 9, I'm okay if I get 8 again, if I have extra, if all the DLC would be included, which I'm a bit upset about because I did buy that. Characters, new elements, that would be really good. But then again, why don't you just do the next Mario Kart if you're giving us all this new stuff? And then we'll be in this weird cycle of, oh, this new remastered game came out, where's the next one? But I'm so happy with that. I love Mario Kart. Definitely playing on the go will be a big aspect of that. And everyone loves them. Even if you don't know what Nintendo or anything is, everyone knows Mario Kart. Everyone loves Mario Party, playing Mario Kart on the go. So that will be fun. We saw Splatoon. Same sort of thing. Don't know if that's Splatoon 2. It's very likely with how successful Splatoon was for Nintendo. So it'd be very likely to see that again. Also confirmed was Just Dance as a launch title. Zelda has already been confirmed. It's going to come out on the Wii U and for the Nintendo Switch. It's not confirmed yet if it will come out on release day, but I have a feeling it might, because they do need a big title to kind of push that, which Zelda is at the moment. It's the only title we've pretty much seen a lot of. It was confirmed that there won't be backwards compatibility with Wii U games or 3DS games. So, but I have a feeling they'll bring everything over anyway, like they have in all the previous generations. This is the first Nintendo console not to have backwards compatibility. In recent years, I mean, the Wii could play GameCube games, and the Wii U could play Wii games. And so it's a bit weird. Nintendo 64 couldn't play NES games and that, but moving forward from that, consoles could, after the GameCube. We also saw something very big. We saw Skyrim running on the Switch, which is interesting. Nintendo has had third-party support in the past. Like on the Wii U, there was Mass Effect 3, Assassin's Creed, some Call of Duty, some other things, but very small and not very good ports. Skyrim is a big deal because it is Bethesda. They make Fallout, Doom. It looks pretty decent. They are remastering Skyrim for PS4 and Xbox, so that will be what's coming out for the Switch. I'm very excited for that. I'm happy to sacrifice a bit of quality to play it on the go, because just having that sort of, I feel like I'd play a lot more open world games if I could play them on the go, because when I sit down at home, I mainly enjoy story games like Uncharted, The Last of Us. I like running through Halo and COD and whatever. But when I'm on the bus or traveling, I like to sort of get lost in things and sort of sit there, and it passes the time. So open world games would appeal to me a lot more if I could do that. So I would sacrifice that, and I'd play Call of Duty on my Switch and that, so I could sort of play it on the go to uni, wherever I'm going. That would be very fun. It is a big deal because Nintendo hasn't had the best relationship with third parties. So I feel they did promise this with the Wii U. They said, we have all these third parties, but they released another image for the Switch saying they have Bethesda, they had Activision, which makes Call of Duty Skylanders, From Software, which makes the Dark Souls games, which would be very big. They also make Bloodborne, but it's a PlayStation exclusive, so I don't expect to see that on there. EA and EA Sports, which make pretty much all the sports games. They make Mass Effect, which Mass Effect 3 came to Wii U, so Andromeda might come to Switch, we're not sure yet. Plants vs. Zombies, all sorts of games. Also Take-Two, which are a big sort of umbrella company, and they do GTA and Bioshock and all that kind of stuff. There's also Ubisoft that do Rayman, Tom Clancy's South Park game. It'd be interesting to see a South Park game on the Switch, because, you know, Nintendo is usually meant to be more of a family console, but now they're kind of branching out. But if the Switch will do really good if it does have third party. I feel like it's already going to do pretty well, because just like the Wii did well, it had that motion sort of as its gimmick. I don't want to use the word gimmick, because this is more than a gimmick. It's Nintendo's thing to do something different and be out there. But I feel like this is the right thing, to have something at home and something to go, because it appeals to more people. And if you can get that third party support with the games, then I think some people like me would choose to get it on the Switch for that portable aspect. Like, I know people talking about, like, sort of, they don't play sports games, but if they could do this sort of, you know, if they could do their FIFA or whatever on the go, then they would just sort of play around with that. And that opens up a lot more possibilities. So I feel like there could be a lot with that. I feel like there's a couple of questions we don't know. We don't know about the battery life, but I feel okay with that. After the gamepad, I feel like they'll probably learn from that. We don't know price, we don't know day, we don't know games lineup. Now, we can assume that Zelda will probably be, Breath of the Wild, the new one, will probably be the leader of that. I'm fine with that. And then if we get probably get Splatoon and Mario Kart upgraded. Also, I have a feeling we'll get Smash Brothers as well. There is a rumor. There's more rumors now that we know what the Switch is than before. But there was a rumor before where games were being made, old Wii U games were being made for the NX, which is now the Switch. Smash Brothers was among those. I feel like that's a perfect fit if that's got all the DLC. I don't really know what you can do to that game because it's pretty perfect and it has so much content in terms of characters and maps. Maybe a couple of extra maps would be cool, but even I think that's a bit excessive. But I would buy it re-released again, even though I already have it. So you have a couple of strong Wii U titles, which a lot of people missed out on the Wii U. So I feel like that would appeal to small people. It doesn't appeal to the very hardcore Nintendo fan, and kind of makes us a bit mad. But most people are like, oh, it's okay. So if you have Zelda leading the gate, a couple of classics, some third-party games. What are we in? Something to come out in March. I think Mass Effect should be around them. Ubisoft has things. Start of next year is pretty solid because a lot of things got pushed back. So if we have some third-party games, have those. And I'd really like... I say it all the time, but I really would like a new Metroid game. That would be the perfect thing to just come out the gate, be like, here's Metroid as well, just to have that. We already have Zelda, but Metroid's been very quiet. We got Federation Force for 3DS. It was a very small sort of game. It didn't have Samus in it. It was kind of like so now if we got a main game on this new console, that would be very good. It's already been confirmed that within the first 6 months there'll be a new Pokemon, Zelda, and Mario game. But go figure, we sort of already know 2 of those. Pokemon is already great on the go, so to be able to sort of play that with friends and battle and then go home and have it on my TV, that'd be amazing. Like, if it was the same quality as my 3DS, I'd be fine, but it would look a bit better, I assume, from seeing other games run on the Switch. And that's just amazing. That would be enough of a selling point for me as a big Pokemon fan to be like, cool, I'm on the go, now it's on my TV. Like, that's amazing. And also, you know, having it look a bit better with display and other things. So, there's a lot of promise here. For Pokemon, Sun and Moon are coming out at the end of this year. They're coming out November 18th, which is about 25 days. After a main game, we usually have the remake. Next remake to happen will be Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So that would be a great title, especially because Sun and Moon is sort of taking Pokemon a different direction as there's no gyms or league. So I feel like Diamond and Pearl sort of returning us to the core Pokemon franchise of gyms, league, all that kind of thing would be very cool. Also to have it on your TV and on the go. And because Diamond and Pearl, I know for our generation was sort of a starting point for most people, and everyone kind of knows that generation of Pokemon. If you watch the anime or the game, I think that was a very big part of everything. So to launch that on the Switch, I think would be a very strong title. I hope it's not just Pokemon Battle Revolution or a side game, because Nintendo made a good Pokemon console game. It was called Pokemon Colosseum for the GameCube and XD as well. It was Pokemon, they changed it so all the battles were double battles. You went in a new region, there were dark Pokemon, they were corrupted, you could catch dark Pokemon. Totally different, but still the core sort of Pokemon mechanics. And they had this whole new story, and it was 3D, and you could go around the place, and it was amazing. And then they never did anything else with that again. And it's a real shame. So I would even love that is a new approach in that. But Diamond and Pearl would be fine. I think it'd be a good title. I think Nintendo need to sort of appeal to their audience and be like, here's this new Metroid game, here's this Pokemon game you love and it's on here, and here are the third-party games you'd like to play it on our console because you can play it on the go. I think that's their main point, because graphics are never this one point, but it looks fine. I give them a pass on that. Because Nintendo's strength are their games. It's not really their software. I mean, the Wii was pretty cool with motion control, but then it's like, GameCube was fun. They always have these fun things, but the main things of their games is Mario, and then off that it's Mario Tennis, and Smash, and Mario Party, and then Pokemon, and Zelda, Donkey Kong. I mean, I have 50 amiibos up there that are all from Nintendo games, and they're all brilliant. Star Fox, F-Zero, see them again would be fine, but I don't want to get too hyped. I am very hyped, but I feel like Nintendo can do this. I feel like they can at least... I know they won't win the console race, but I feel like they can get back up and not be a laughingstock. Because I feel like this is what the Wii U should have been. So I have a lot of faith in them. Also, they're doing their mobile games. Pokemon Go is a huge success, and they're going to continue bringing those out next year. So hopefully they can get to a place where there's sort of I think having a chance, because I feel like they do. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. They haven't had a cost for the unit yet. I feel like it's going to be anywhere between $250 and $350 just because of the portable aspect, but because maybe there's not the main console and it's just the dock, that it might be a bit less, and it's detachable controllers. I don't know. We'll see. For more news, stay tuned to Oliver Reviews, and for now, that's it.